Hi, it's Gavin here from Ready to Send. It's great catching up with you before our webinar. Over the past few weeks, many of our agents have been chatting to us and they've mentioned that they have been struggling to understand page 15 of the ebook we sent out, the Real Estate Business Planner. It is a lot to be able to squeeze into a single page, so we decided to put this short video together to explain the importance of understanding what the lifetime value of each client is. So I'm going to flip over to my PowerPoint.
As you know, agents do not get paid to do admin work. They only get paid when putting a buyer and a seller together. And it's because of this that agents focus squarely on new business, the now deal. Many agents today don't fully understand the reality is that there's three ways for agents to generate income. One is new business, two is referrals, and three is repeat business. Sadly, agents today focus on new business only. Why? Because referral and repeat business is a time-consuming exercise and seen as admin work. And again, agents don't get paid to do admin work. So today I would like to try and explain to you exactly where buyers and sellers are actually coming from and the importance of repeat business and referral business. Secondly, I'd also like to show you an example of a true value of a client to each and every agent. You see, I read a fascinating article by Adrian Goslet last month where he said that according to Lightstone Properties, there were 61,716 registrations last quarter. And out of that, 8,836 were first-time registrations. That's 14.3%. But more importantly, 52,880 were repeat sales. That's 85.7% of registrations come from repeat sales. Not only that, but according to the National Association of Realtors, the NAR, 82% of sales come from past clients or referrals. And 54% of buyers are coming from referrals or repeat business. Are you starting to see the value of repeat business and referral business for you as an agent? You see, the key to success in business is building lasting relationships. With this in mind, have you ever stopped to think what one relationship is worth to you? And this is what we call the lifetime value of a client. So what exactly is the lifetime value? Well, as the term implies, the client lifetime value represents the total amount of money that this particular client is likely to spend over his or her lifetime. A lifetime value can be used to predict future revenue. You see, there's only two components in calculating the lifetime value of a client. One is the average sale value, and two, the purchase frequency. So when you multiply these together, you get the client's lifetime value. So if we had to take the average commission on a deal today, let's say it's about 50,000 Rand, okay? And in the lifetime of the client, he's looking to buy, let's say, 6 transactions. So you times those two together and you get the potential lifetime value of a single client is about 300,000 Rand in commission off 6 transactions only. Okay, with all this being said, can you now start to see the importance of building the lasting relationships with your past clients and how important that repeat and referral pipeline is to you? So this is what brought us to making this video, that some of the agents were battling with the example that we had done on page 15 of that ebook called the Real Estate Business Planner. So let me try and run through that with you to explain it. In this specific exercise, we called it, we used a first-time home buyer, brand new home buyer. So the first-time home buyer is now looking to buy a property. Let's say, for instance, the property is 650,000 Rand. Average commission is 8% today. So your first commission check off that sale would be 52,000 Rand. So now, as long as you've done your job well and you've built a relationship and you've educated the client, you've kept in communication with him, you're obviously now going to ask him for a referral. So he now goes and refers you to his closest friend, and she's now also looking to buy a property slightly more expensive. So she goes on now to want to buy a house of about 750,000. On that, you're looking at a 60,000 Rand commission check. So that's deal number 2. Okay, a couple of years' time, your first-time home buyer has now had a baby. They're now needing to upgrade to a slightly bigger property. So they now go and sell the first property that they bought. Okay, your commission check on that property. Now remember, the value's also gone up. It's about 750. So your commission on that is about 60,000 Rand. They then go and buy the bigger property. The bigger property is worth about 1.2 million. It's got the extra bedroom that they're looking for, and the commission check there is 96,000 Rand. So far, you can see there's 4 potential commission checks that you can earn. Right, so a couple of years go by, and this family now has a promotion. The guy gets an ideal job, or the wife gets an ideal job. They're now looking to go and buy their dream home. Okay, so remember, they've now got to sell the property that they're in. So they're now going to sell that property for about 1.4 million. Your commission check on that property is 112,000 Rand. They now go and buy the ideal home that's got all the bells and whistles, about 2.1 million in value. Your commission check there is 168,000 Rand. Remember, the guy has just had a promotion. He's bought his ideal home. He's now looking for his vacation home down on the coast somewhere. So you send a referral through to an agent down on that side. He buys a small little 2-bedroom flat, about 950,000 Rand. 25% commission on that. You're looking at 19,000 Rand in referral commission. Okay, 5-10 years go by. The kids have now graduated. They now get empty nest syndrome. They now need to sell this massive home that they stay in. They sell that property for about 2.5 million. Your commission check there is 200,000 Rand. They obviously now they've sold their massive home. They now need to go into a retirement village. And on average, your retirement homes are starting from about 850,000 Rand. So your commission check there would be 68,000 Rand. So now you can see there's a potential of 9 transactions over the lifespan of a single client, totaling 835,000 Rand in commission. The reality in today is the agents only focus on this first transaction, the 52,000 Rand commission check, whereby there's all these commission checks that could be yours, totaling 835,000 Rand in sales. Now, what you've got to remember is it costs 7 times more money to find a new client than it does for you to keep your existing clients. Yet agents are only focused on the now sales. Now, if any of your clients are like me, I was born and raised in Alberton. All the properties I've ever bought and owned was within a 10K radius of where I currently stay. To date, my wife and I have been involved in over 16 transactions. Okay, and we haven't yet reached that empty nest stage yet. Okay, the reality is only half of these transactions were done with one agent. The rest were done with multiple agents. I hope you can now start to see the importance of building that relationship with your clients. You work very hard to get that first commission check. Don't turn your back on those clients, because you're going to be leaving money on the table. If you are not prepared to invest the time and the money and the energy that it takes to build those lasting relationships with your clients, I promise you now, your biggest competitor out there, they will be.
Thanks for joining me on this short video. I look forward to seeing you all on the webinar. At the end, we will show you how to automate these techniques for keeping your name and brand top of mind with all your clients, all whilst doing nothing differently. Hosted by myself, Gavin Hendry, in partnership with EASA. If you join us to the end of the webinar, you will also receive a 977 Rand value pack of goodies. In this pack, you'll get 100 calls to action for estate agents, 50 newsletter contact tips, 10 creative ways to stay top of mind with your clients, as well as a mind map of our entire presentation. And we'll also give you a comprehensive CRM Excel template that you can use. Thanks, guys, very much for joining me today, and I look forward to seeing you on our webinar. Ciao for now.